So, good morning, everyone. It's 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. Don't know what date it is exactly, but sometime at the end of November. Sun's just coming up there over the trees. If you listen carefully, you may hear the sound of the stream, which is there. The birds, of course, and there's a little blackbird on the fence over there. There he is, or she is. And his mate, or her mate, is up in the tree, but you can't really see it from here. But yeah, I just thought there's two of them now. Look. You know, in my old age, I'm not going to say old age because I don't consider myself old at the moment, although young people would, really getting into birds, spotting them, observing them, loving them, appreciating them. And they are called messengers of the gods or God. And birds have been used many times in stories and in the Bible as being messengers from the spiritual world. Yes, anyway, I digress. It's going to be a short video because even though it's a Sunday, I have a busy day today. Some seagulls over there, look. See, I'm just really into birds. Any birds will do, but I do regard seagulls. I always think of seagulls as kind of the gangsters of the skies because they act like gangsters. The way they pinch people's food on the seafront. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by birds, aren't I? Yeah, I want to make this brief. I feel like I could rattle on for ages this morning, but I won't. Trying really hard to keep the camera still. Maybe if I lean on this wall over here, that might be easier. Yeah, that's a bit easier. Okay. So I haven't made a video for quite a while because what is happening is I kind of knew what was going to happen, and I did mention it in one of my new videos that because things have been pretty dire over the last few months financially. I lost my job in the summer and went on a deep dive, soul searching, etc. But I'm happy to say that I went self-employed last month, and I've got a couple of clients already, which is great. Got a bit of regular income coming in, which is great. So even though things are not financially fantastic at the moment, they are slightly better than they were, which is good. We're on an upward trajectory now. But what's happened is, of course, when anyone starts a business, it does take up quite a lot of time. So even though I'm not working full-time hours yet, it's getting on for that. Not really, but it's kind of the prep, you know, the prepping and the yeah, it's taking up time, which is fine because it feels positive. It feels something I want to do, la 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 la. But again, I digress. I'm just wanted to express the reason why I haven't been making videos, because I get up early in the week and go for a walk early. And that's walking in the mornings has really changed my life, I hasten to add. When I had a job, unless I got up, and I used to get up at 6:30 in the morning because I like lots of time in the morning. I could have gone for a walk, yeah, but it would have been too early in the winter to go for a walk. It would have been dark. now that I don't have to start quite so early, it's literally half an hour later than I had to start in my job with my clients that I see. It's great. It gives me an extra little bit of time. So I've been walking every day, getting up early, getting out, walking, and then having my breakfast. It's been wonderful. And I find walking at the beginning of the day is the best because it gets your body moving, gets air in your lungs, makes you plug into nature, and it's a great time to spend with God. It's a wonderful time to pray and give thanks and just reflect. And I do appreciate the fact that many people, probably most people who are working, do not have the time or the luxury to go for a walk in the morning or indeed in the evening, because people often, not always, it depends what job you've got, but often finish at the typical 9 to 5. And one of my son's friend was lamenting the fact that because he has to work 8 till 5 or something, he's a young man, sorry, that he never sees daylight. And that's a recipe for disaster. We need the sunlight. We need to connect with God's beautiful natural world. We need a little bit of time to ourselves, even if it's just half an hour a day. It's all it takes, half an hour a day. So yeah, it's really important. And our society is structured in such a way that it makes it very difficult to have any time for ourselves. And therefore, people end up getting sick. Especially as they get to my sort of age, too much stress, etc. So, yeah. But why did I come on here? Just to check in and just to thank God for the little miracles He's given to me in my life. I'm just watching that cloud travelling. I'm just going to go up to the cloud. I'm just going to go away from that beautiful sun a minute. Just watch that cloud travelling across the sky. I think when you tune into nature, it's a lot easier to have expanded thought and give thanks to God. I never really understood what worship was and what it's all about. But the modern world has kind of hijacked worship of God into worshipping music, worshipping people, worshipping stars, worshipping material objects, making things of the world into our idols that we worship and slave for. So a lot of people are worshipping and they don't even realize it. But it wasn't till I started going to church, never thought in my life I'd be going to church, by the way. I found a modern church that does modern worship, and it is so incredible. Worship is just so amazing. Actively expressing worship. And when we give and show our love to God, when we give and show our love to God, it puts everything else into perspective. Some people are coming, so I'm just going to direct the camera down here. Morning. Morning. Yes, I was going to say when we worship. I might change it to when I worship, although I know this same feeling applies to people that do worship. Uplifting God and Christ. It I don't want to say you or we, I want to say I, because this is my personal experience and it's different for everyone. But I get a reward when I do that. Not a material award, no. But a feeling of grace descends and a feeling of joy in my heart, spiritual joy. Nothing can beat that. Nothing touches that. And just to conclude, just to finish, I was watching a video this morning. Just came up, I wasn't subscribed to this lady, but when I was having my breakfast, I know it's a bad habit watching videos over breakfast, but hey ho, better than reading the paper, hey? But she just popped up on my feed. Lovely Japanese lady. And American Japanese, and she was talking about, and she's done various videos on decluttering, which I'm in the process of doing myself, so that's quite handy. But this video was on a Japanese term called Akinowa. I think it's something like that, Akinowa, and it's about finding your life's purpose. But it's not to do with necessarily to do with the Western people in the West have stolen that idea and made it mean something to do around career and ambition and, you know, that thing I was talking about, chasing idols, getting more and more, and consumerism and getting the house and the car and the, you know, all that outer stuff. But no, the original meaning is about finding meaning in life, doing the simple things, finding meaning in the simplest things in life. And when you find meaning in those simple things in life, things you love, and you give gratitude to that. I mean, I'm adding the gratitude bit. She didn't mention that, but I would add the gratitude to God in the mix. It makes you have more purpose and meaning. It's not about being ambitious or, you know, attaining wealth or whatever. It's about finding the little things that give meaning to your life and doing them. For me, I've always loved nature. Oh, here come the seagulls, look. I've always loved nature and walking, but when I was working, I seemed to have very little time to do that, and it was reserved for weekends, and therefore I'd go to the leisure centre in the evening, which is great, but there's no light there, there's no nature there, it's just the treadmill or the chlorinated swimming pool. You know, it's disconnected from nature, so I was disconnected from nature. And it really affected my life. You know, I had to cancel my gym subscription a few months ago, and I mourned it at first. It was dreadful. No gym, no swim. Oh my goodness. But then I started walking, And I realised how much more it suited me on so many levels. I'm a morning person. It plugged me back into nature, satisfied all my senses. I've got to put the camera down. Look at these little dogs. Cute. Another one there. Hello, you. Come and say hello. Hello, three of them. Hi. Yeah, so look at that sun, it's magnificent. So where was I? I can't remember where I was, you know. That's old rage for you, you see. Yeah, Okinawa. So just finding those simple joys for me. Being able to go for a walk in the morning. I am a morning person. And it's good to have a reason to get up. I'll get up early and go for a walk. Instead of, oh, I'll get up at the latest possible time and go to work. No. And I'm not an evening person. I used to drag myself to the gym or the pool. And yes, I must say, I love saunas, and that was my reward after exercising. But you know, it's a real effort for me. It was like, oh my goodness, I really got to go. And it didn't suit me. I mean, I'm sure I will join the gym sometime next year, rejoin, but maybe I'll go in the day more, you know, when my energy's better. And that's the other beauty of being self-employed. I mean, I'm not saying being self-employed is easy. You know, I don't know if this is going to work, but so far so good. And I'm just going to keep on and see what happens. It suits me on so many levels. But I think something like with self-employment, and this is what I really struggle with, you've really got to believe in yourself. Believe you can do it and change those old negative patterns. But what's helped me to do that process is to pray. I've been praying. And prayer is such an incredibly powerful thing. We've been steered away from it in our culture because it's powerful. And certain people don't want people to know that. But it really is. There's nothing like prayer, I'll tell you. I don't know how I've got through these past few months, and it's been very, very, very tough, I'll tell you. And I feel like I've been spiritually attacked as well as, you know, financially, and whew, but God wins in the end. God is mighty and powerful over anything and everything, omnipresent, omnipotent. Praise to God. And on that note, I'm going to leave it. I send you my love. I send you God's love and blessings. And I urge you to pray, surrender to God, and see how your life changes